A tornado touched down in Taiwan while a typhoon churned offshore. In one neighborhood, a waterspout became a full land tornado, ripping roofs off homes, snapping power poles, and sending scooters flying off the road. Meanwhile, in China, over 1 million people were evacuated as the same storm made a rare double landfall in under 2 hours. This is what happened when Typhoon Dolphin hit 2 countries at once. A rare high-impact tornado tore through the coastal district of Tamsui in New Taipei City. At the same time, the massive swirling vortex of Typhoon Dolphin churned through the waters just north of the island. The dual atmospheric threats combined to cause widespread structural damage, transport gridlock, and terrifying moments for local citizens. The disaster unfolded rapidly between Saturday, August 8th and Sunday, August 9th, 2026, as government agencies scrambled to handle the fallout from the extreme weather. On Saturday afternoon, August 8th, 2026, residents of Danhai New Town in the Tamsui district of New Taipei City noticed an eerie, rapid darkening of the skies. The outer rainbands of Typhoon Dolphin were already pushing volatile, highly convective cloud systems over the northern tip of Taiwan. According to meteorologists at the Central Weather Administration, CWA, the severe atmospheric instability and intense wind shear embedded within these outer bands created a perfect micro-scale environment for cyclonic rotation. At approximately 1:30 p.m., a massive waterspout condensed over the turbulent waters off the northern coast. Captured on dozens of mobile phone videos by astonished onlookers, the roaring column of spinning wind and spray quickly tracked toward the shoreline. As it crossed from sea to land at Danhai New Town, the waterspout transformed into a fully realized land tornado. It maintained structural integrity and ground contact for a full 30 minutes until 2 p.m. The sight of a major tornado is exceptionally rare in Taiwan. While the island is well accustomed to the brutal linear winds and driving torrential rain of seasonal typhoons, the localized rotational violence of a tornado caught the public completely off guard. Video footage instantly went viral on global digital platforms, including Threads and X. The clips depicted a towering, dark grey funnel cloud stretching down from pitch-black storm clouds directly into residential areas. Debris could be seen flying through the air as the funnel passed dangerously close to high-rise apartment complexes in Tamsui. I was looking out my terrace window when suddenly the wind shifted violently and everything started flying, said an online user who witnessed the twister strike. We all bolted inside, away from the glass. It was terrifying because we expect typhoons here, but we never expect a tornado. The storm first began tracking across the western Pacific in late July 2026, keeping meteorologists across East Asia on constant alert. By Friday, August the 7th, 2026, it had matured into a dangerous tropical cyclone, tracking steadily west-northwest toward the East China Sea. The CWA officially issued a comprehensive sea warning for the waters off northern and southeastern Taiwan, the Bashi Channel, and the northern Taiwan Strait. Although the center of Typhoon Dolphin ultimately remained several hundred kilometers north of Taipei, its massive 280-kilometer circulation radius meant its highly destructive outer rain bands raked the northern counties of the island. While the north was drowning in rain, a severe foehn wind effect struck eastern and southern Taiwan. As the powerful southeasterly and easterly winds of the typhoon's circulation slammed into the central mountain range, the moisture was entirely wrung out on the windward side. As the air dried and rapidly descended down the leeward slopes into Yilan, Hualien and Taitung counties, it compressed and heated up dramatically. Daytime temperatures in Hualien and Yilan skyrocketed to a scorching 38 degrees Celsius on Saturday, August the 8th. This created a bizarre scenario in which northern residents braved freezing deluges, while eastern residents suffered under intense desert-like heat. According to the National Emergency Management and local disaster response centres, the combined onslaught of Typhoon Dolphin and the Tamsui tornado caused exactly 632 reported storm-related incidents across Taiwan as of Sunday afternoon, August 9th. Violent wind gusts, strong enough to halt moving vehicles, toppled multiple commuter scooters in the Linkou and Bali districts of New Taipei City. Scooter riders were filmed completely unable to push forward against the headwinds before being forcefully blown over onto the asphalt. At the northern port facilities, several stacked shipping containers, vulnerable to high-velocity linear winds, toppled over, crushing adjacent logistics equipment. Mountain highways in Taiwan and Hsinchu experienced localized rockfalls and minor mudslides, which temporarily blocked rural provincial routes and prompted preventative tunnel closures. At the fishing harbour in New Taipei's Rufang district, massive ocean swells driven by the typhoon washed tons of heavy marine driftwood directly into the harbour basins. The debris completely choked the docking slips, trapping fishing vessels, and requiring the emergency deployment of heavy mechanical excavators to clear the waters. Weather experts noted that Taiwan's cramped geography and lack of wide-open plains prevent tornadoes from achieving the monstrous, long-lived, destructive paths seen in the United States. Nevertheless, the Tamsui tornado left a distinct trail of localized damage across 3 major neighborhoods. Numerous sheet metal roofs, solar panel installations, and residential terraces were ripped away by localized suction forces. Several massive electricity poles were left leaning at dangerous angles, forcing emergency power crews to isolate grids to prevent electrical fires. Mature trees lining the coastal boulevards of Danhai were snapped at the trunk or entirely uprooted, completely blocking local traffic lanes. Heavy scaffolding and construction fencing around ongoing development projects in Danhai Newtown buckled under the rotational wind speeds. While the tornado acted as a terrifying, localized wildcard, the primary driver of the weekend's emergency was Typhoon Dolphin.